Yeah, first let's quickly see what the product can do, what we typically do with this product. So you see, here we have the water information. Now let's say, I want to see what is his compensation? So I will click on the compensation tab. Right, and then we will be able to see his total salary allowances, total cost for the company, right? What is the company he is part of? What are the different merit plans or bonus plans that is assigned to this particular worker? Okay, so we can look at this worker and we can see what are the different things, what are the different plans or the compensation packages that is assigned to this particular worker. Now let's say, I want to find all the workers I don't know. I don't know the names of all the workers. It's not possible. So let's say, I want to find a worker who matches a certain criterion. So I can use a report called Find Workers. Okay, and then it will run and it will give me a menu option where I can actually look for workers. You see how many workers are there in this particular system? 2,651 workers are there in the system. And what does this screen remind you of? You have the results here, and then you have probably some filter criteria on the left of your screen. So what does this remind you of? So maybe if you click on some of these parameters right, you see the results on the right changes, or it is narrowed down. It is filtered down to 26 results because I chose something on the left. So what does this remind you of? The B2B websites like Amazon and those things, right, where you go there and you can narrow down your search results based on some filter criteria, right? Maybe you're looking for a new laptop, or you're looking for a new phone, maybe you were just shopping for some dress. So you first of all enter a broad criteria like this, a t-shirts, and then you have the ability to filter it down. Let's say, I want a t-shirt for men. Okay, and then you click on men on the left and then you choose the color. Let's say I want a t-shirt in black color, so maybe I'll choose black, right, and I will choose a particular size right on the left. So I will choose certain filters on the left and then it will narrow down the results for me in the main window or main pane, right, and then I can choose whichever I am looking for. So now you see between 41 to 50 age group. I have around 26 people, and then let's say, I want to further select anything based on their degrees, right? So let's say I want an MBA candidate. So, out of 2,651 people we started with, I'm left with one. So maybe I'm looking for a person in the 46 to 50, a 41 to 50 age group who has an MBA. So yeah, here is my worker. Correct. So you see, this is a report. This is one of the many different reports that we will see as part of our course, and we will also learn how to create these interesting reports, right? You see, we could square in the system. We could without knowing much about the system. Without knowing much about the workers or the population in this particular system, using a certain report. I was able to find out a lot of information. Now, if I click on Logan McNeil. Okay, again I would see information that is similar to what we saw for Steve. So here we are, looking at Logan McNeil again. Here we have all of her information. Okay, QS was hired on the 1st of January, 2000. She has been with the organization for like 22 years 2 months, and this is a contact information. This is a work address, a skills leave, history, compensation, every single piece of information pertaining to this particular worker, her system of record right. It is mentioned here in working. So yeah, I am logged in as Logan McNeil. So I am logged in on behalf of Logan McNeil, right? Yeah, so it's kind of a coincidence that I'm logged in as Logan, but based on the search criteria, I also got Logan as the worker. So yeah, so Logan can also view this information if she clicks on her own profile. So if she clicks on her own profile, she will be seeing the same page. She is seeing her own page, right? But yeah, but now you may be wondering like, okay, I'm seeing a lot of information here, let's say like compensation. Right, and she's able to see the compensation. So, if you remember, Logan was also able to see the compensation for Steve Morgan. Now let's say we, as workers, we are typically able to see our leave history, our emergency contact information in the system, our compensation information, right? We are able to see our manager information, right? But now let's say, can we see the compensation information of our colleague? Let's say I want to see my colleagues in for compensation. If I just want to know how much money he or she is making, access request. That is what allows me to view that. Okay, let's not get too much ahead of ourselves like supervisory organization, and it will come to those topics in due course, but, yes, the access allows us to do that. So yeah, it depends on the access provided to the manager, but typically a manager will have the access at least to initiate the termination. It might go to several other processes, several approvals, etc. But at least the manager can initiate that again. Access recipe. And we are not authorized to do that, vehicle authorized to do that. We are not authorized to terminate our own managers. Right. So what are the tasks you are authorized to do? What you are allowed to do, what you are not allowed to do, is controlled by the security permissions. In what is the data you are allowed to view, and what other tasks you are allowed to do? That is controlled by security. So we will talk about the different security, permissions, or security, the way workplace security works, and we will try to understand that, and then we will configure that as part of the course.